Hey guys, Shawn Clement here from the Richmond Hill Golf Learning Center, bringing you a video on tempo. All right, I think that we should have one assigned strictly to tempo, because this is something that many of you need to revisit on a regular basis, and I see it as much in the women as I do with the men. Okay, and the major culprit to bad tempo and bad timing of the swing is the use of the arms in the takeaway, all right? And as you may have seen in the takeaway video, or how to start the swing, and we talked about inertia and how the arms get lifted in the backswing. It's not you lifting the arms, it's the arms that get lifted through inertia and momentum. So just to revisit that very quickly, and my favorite analogy for this is the crane and the wrecking ball, right? So your body is the crane, the chains are or the cable is the arms and the shaft of the club, and that wrecking ball is that club head. The crane operator, right, inside the cab of the crane here, he or she, their job is to use the pivot of the crane to swing the wrecking ball. Okay, so we're using the turn of the body, the turn of the butt. If you go to the fine-tuning the best drill, that feet together drill, all right? This is a great way for you to use the turn of your butt to toss the arms into the backswing. And in the arms falling video, you're gonna see and feel how the arms fall through the skip and into the finish position on their own. And all the body's doing is getting out of the way of this momentum, all right? So make sure you are using the body to toss the club into the backswing. Another great way, one of my favorite training aids, a little medicine ball. You get in your posture and you toss the ball to one of your partners here, and you're using the turn of the body to toss that medicine ball. So you notice if I didn't let go of this medicine ball, the inertia would rise my arms up a little higher in the backswing. So whenever the body moves, the arms follow. But it's very easy for the arms to move without the body following, okay? It's the dog's butt that wags the tail. So remember that when your tempo starts to go a little crazy. Now, a great way to reset your red line, right? Because most of the guys, you have a tendency to really start swinging fast and trying to hit the ball harder when things are going well, right? You're thinking, oh man, this feels so good. I'm hitting the ball so well. Maybe if I just push it a little harder. And then, whoop, you run through the red line, you blow a gasket, and all of a sudden your engine falls apart, okay? Well, to reset that red line, you hit the range, you take a 7-iron, and with a full backswing, accelerating through to a full finish, you're going to hit a 75-yard shot, okay? So it's going to look like this. All right? Now, that was like maybe 85, 90 yards right there. So you notice the only way to achieve that and accelerate it through the shot, you'll feel that your backswing is much, much slower, okay? So you want the biggest, slowest, most relaxed backswing you can make, and sequence that swing through the shot, right? Plant, whip. Remember the sequence power drills. Here we go. Now, take that up the ladder a little bit and go to 125-yard shot. Here we go. So you notice I'm not swinging any faster in the backswing, and I'm not swinging faster in my transition. I'm just adding a little more juice through impact. And then I'll keep going until I get to my full swing. Now we're thinking, wow, that's feeling a lot better. Then I'm going to take it to as hard as I can hit it, but using the same backswing and the same transition. That's as hard as I can hit it. with that same backswing, same transition. So from there through here, nice and smooth, uninterrupted, and from here, that's where I gun it, okay? So great way to reset your red line, and try to do this with all your clubs. Try it with the driver. Tiger really enjoys hitting that driver 100, 125 yards. It allows him to feel all his body parts moving together. The minute you get quick with the arms, the body gets left behind, everything falls out of sync. So revisit that on a regular basis, especially if you're an aggressive guy. All right, so as far as how to start the swing, a few drills. Making sure that you're using the turn of the body. Here's one of the favorites that you're going to see a lot on tour, okay? You get set up. What you're going to do is lift the club slightly in the air. You're going to move the club forward, toss it back, and then hit the shot, okay? So it's nudge forward, swing back, and swing. Here it is in regular motion. And then you feel how everything moves together into that backswing, all right? So you could also move the club a little outside the line, start it right there, feel the same thing, and then let it fall into that pocket. Or you can just lift it straight up, and then just let gravity deploy it through the shot right there. So once you've done that a couple of times, then what you can do is figure out which is the best way for you to get the shot going. So you'll notice Chris DeMarco and Mike Weir will do a little bit of a takeaway, come back, and then go. So it makes them feel like they're already in motion. You'll watch VJ, he nudges that knee forward. That's what I do. You'll notice that in my swing, nudge, then it's like me doing this, except I leave the club there. Makes me feel like I can swing the club back effortlessly, just like I'm tossing that medicine ball that I showed you how to do before, okay? So this is a fantastic drill to get things ironed out in your backswing, in those first couple of feet, making sure that everything flows together, okay? Now one last little thing, I like the motorcycle analogy. If you're riding a motorcycle down a windy road, or if you're a Formula One race car driver, there's a way to go into that curve. If you're going into a curve too fast, then you got to put on the brakes. You got to fight that momentum, regain control of the car. Then while that's happening, a few people are passing you on the inside, and then you got to guide the car back into the curve, and then when you step on the gas, you get that little fishtail effect. Whereas if you're going into the curve at just the right speed, you use the momentum to get you through the curve, and as you're coming out of the curve, that's where you gun the gas. It's the same thing here in the golf swing. If you snatch the club back using your arms, then a few things are going to occur that'll have a tendency to put on the brakes. One, you may not be hinging the wrists. So for those of you who have trouble hinging your wrists, watch out that you're not swinging back too quickly, okay? Another one, some of you may feel that your hips are restricted and you think, gosh, I don't have any flexibility. Whereas, if you let everything turn together, you'll feel that those hips are very easy to turn, all right? So, if you go back too quickly, you'll feel that left knee is going to have a tendency to protrude forward. What it's doing is putting on the brakes. You're reacting to too much momentum into the backswing because your brain knows that you got to go back this way after. So what you're not instinctively going to do a follow through for a left-handed golfer. You're going to put on the brakes so that you can now go back in that direction. So that's like grabbing a seat of a swing. You got a kid on a swing, you grab the seat of the swing, yank it back, shove it through, poor kid's going to fall off. You don't want that. So, find a way to flow it back together, gather everything together, plant everything as everything starts to fall. Now you're braced and the momentum is started towards a target. Now it's up to you on how firmly or how hard you want to assist that momentum through the shot. Hope that was helpful.